I'm 73 years old, and I've spent the better part of my life running from the truth. I thought I had time, that tomorrow would be when I figured it all out. But today, I'm here to tell you, I wasted decades avoiding something that could have changed everything. And I need to share this with you because maybe, just maybe, you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. I'm not here to preach. This isn't about convincing you of anything. This is just me telling you the truth, hoping it might help. For a long time, I thought I had it all figured out. A career, a family, a comfortable life. What more could I ask for? I climbed the ladder, made a name for myself, bought things I thought would bring me happiness, and kept moving forward. I was told that success was the key to happiness, and I believed it. So I worked hard, saved money, built a life that looked perfect on the outside. But inside, I was hollow. I was constantly searching for something that I couldn't name, something I couldn't explain. I thought I could fill the void with more work, more money, more things, but the emptiness never went away. I thought I had time. I thought I could fix it later. But here's the thing. I didn't know what was missing, and so I kept chasing the wrong things. I told myself that faith could wait, that there were more important things to focus on, that I'd address the big questions when the time was right. I convinced myself that my busy schedule, my work, my family were enough. I thought I'd change later, but later never came. I spent years feeling successful but empty, not realizing that I was ignoring the one thing that could actually fill the emptiness, the truth. I kept telling myself that I was fine, that everything was under control, but deep down I knew something was missing. I knew that I was avoiding the one thing I needed to address. I kept running from it, telling myself that tomorrow would be the day I'd figure it out. But I was lying to myself. Then one night, I found myself sitting alone in the quiet of my house, reflecting on my life. I wasn't looking for answers, but in the stillness, the truth hit me like a ton of bricks. I was at a point in my life where I could no longer ignore the questions that had been swirling around in my head for so long. I didn't have it all figured out, and I didn't know what the next step was. But for the first time, I allowed myself to face the truth. It was a moment of clarity, one that came at the most unexpected time. I didn't know it then, but that night marked the beginning of my journey towards something that would change everything. At first, I didn't know what to do with this newfound awareness. I didn't have all the answers, and I wasn't looking for answers in any particular place. But I knew I needed to stop pretending, stop running from the truth. It wasn't easy. I started questioning everything, my choices, my beliefs, my actions. I started questioning my relationship with God, something I had never really thought about before. I had always been busy with life, and faith was something I figured could wait. But that night I realized that waiting was a mistake. The next few months were difficult. I didn't have any answers, and I wasn't sure where to turn, but I began seeking. I read books, spoke with people who seemed to have peace in their lives, and started listening to my heart. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I knew that I couldn't keep ignoring what had been right in front of me all along. Slowly, the pieces started to fall into place. I didn't plan to become Muslim. In fact, I wasn't looking for Islam. I had always thought of myself as someone who had his own beliefs and values, someone who didn't need to look for answers in any specific religion. But as I began learning more about Islam, something clicked. I didn't need to argue or debate. I just needed to accept the truth. The more I learned, the more I realized that Islam offered the answers I had been searching for all along. It wasn't about religion in the traditional sense. It was about peace, about clarity, about truth. Islam provided the peace I had been looking for, the relief from the confusion and emptiness I had carried for so long. I'm not here to convince you of anything, and I'm not going to preach. I'm simply sharing my story, hoping that it will resonate with you. The truth I found wasn't about arguments or debates. It was about peace. It was about finding something that made sense, something that brought clarity, something that filled the void I had been running from my whole life, and that peace has been worth everything. Looking back, my biggest regret is delaying. I spent so many years thinking I had time, thinking I could figure it out later. But tomorrow isn't promised. Death doesn't wait. I've seen people my age, older even, still waiting for tomorrow to change. But tomorrow never comes. The truth is there, ready for you to find, but you have to stop running from it. Don't wait like I did. The answers are there, waiting for you to open your eyes and see them. If you're watching this, I want to ask you something. What are you delaying? What are you running from? If you died tonight, would you be ready? I spent years running from the truth, thinking I had time. But now I know that time is the one thing we can't afford to waste. What are you waiting for? Why are you putting off the things that matter most? Maybe you're holding on to something, telling yourself that tomorrow will be the day you change. But tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Stop pretending that everything is fine when it's not. Stop pretending you have everything under control when you don't. Stop hiding behind the lie that you're fine. The truth might be uncomfortable, but it's the only way to find peace. Don't wait for tomorrow to change. Change today. I didn't want to accept Islam late in life, but I'm thankful that I did. I don't want you to wait like I did. I don't want you to keep putting off the truth, thinking you have all the time in the world. Because the truth doesn't chase you forever. It's there, waiting for you to see it. But you have to make the choice. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the next day, the next month, the next year. Accept the truth today before it's too late. Start by being honest with yourself. Stop hiding from the things that scare you. If you're struggling, admit it. If you need help, ask for it. If you're unsure, be honest about it. The people around you want to help, but they can't if you keep lying to them and to yourself. Stop pretending you're fine when you're not. The truth might be hard, but it's always worth it. So what are you waiting for? Stop delaying. Stop pretending. Start being honest with yourself and start being honest with the people around you. The truth will set you free. And when you finally accept it, you'll find the peace you've been searching for all along. If you're still unsure, if you're still questioning, I want to leave you with this. If you died tonight, would you be ready? Would you be at peace with the choices you've made? Don't wait. Don't waste another moment running from the truth. Accept it today. I accepted Islam late in life, and I don't want you to wait like I did. Take the first step today. Open your heart and let the truth in. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. And when you find peace, when you find clarity, you'll realize everything you've been looking for was always right in front of you. Don't wait any longer. Start today.